going on, everybody? You are live with Osiris, and welcome to Feel Good Happiness. This episode is going to be a rewind of a previous episode that I had aired on my previous podcast titled Live with Osiris. A lot of the content that I had on there was full of inspiration, full of self-help, full of guidance and material that can absolutely work to your advantage if you decide to take a listen to it and apply it. The audio that you're going to hear that I'm going to be playing back right now is from a previous recording of my father and I. We did this back when I was in Mississippi in mid-June of 2024. It was an incredible episode. It was so much fun to record with my dad, and we just enjoyed each other's presence and had an incredible time while we were hanging out. You'll hear the joy, you'll hear the laughter, the jokes, the inspiration behind the episode. But the episode, the content of it is generational wealth. Just do me a favor, take a listen to it and see what you can pull from that episode and apply it to your own life. You will not be disappointed. Thank you all so much. Without further ado, let's get to it.
1, 2, 3, 4. Authors, writers, poets, content creators, musicians, artists, and so many more. If you're a creator, I'm talking to you. Listen up. Osiris Inc. started from nothing. I built it from nothing, and I turned it into an empire. I want to help people who want to discover their dreams and turn it into a reality. You're in for a roller coaster ride today, ladies and gentlemen. Tune in every week throughout the week where I'm dropping episodes, giving you the game, man, giving you knowledge, giving you experience, giving you time for no expense, zero. Let's go!
Hey, what's going on, everybody? I hope everyone's having a great time. I hope you are having a great weekend, and I just hope your day's been well overall. Hey, my name is Osiris, and welcome to the show, also titled Live with Osiris. I have a special guest here today. As my father, he came in to visit me while I am here on location with my show here in Keesler, Mississippi. He's coming in from Georgia to come visit me. What's going on, Daddy?
Hey, how y'all doing out there? All right.
Hey, so this is going to be a bit of a hybrid of a show. Along with my show, my dad also goes by the name of Mr. Black, has his own podcast called Step Up Dads. So you want to talk about a little bit about your show and what it entails?
Yes, I'm glad you asked. Step Up Dads is for all the dads, your uncle dads, your any mentors, anybody that stepped up to help, a young man or a woman be real productive in this society. And I'm just speaking from my experience. I am not just a dad, I'm the dad that stepped up, when it was time to, take care of everything. But, I'm also a father as well.
Hey, that's well said, Daddy. Thank you so much. So, hey, I have a plethora of variety on this show, ranging from entertainment to self-help to music. It's overall a show that is meant to just be helpful for people all together. And my father's message with his show is really to just pinpoint out to people who really, to men specifically, fathers out there who really stepped up to the ball plate and decided to be a father, to actually do something with themselves. So, look, I want to talk a little bit more about a few things while I got my dad here. I mean, it's freaking midnight. We had a busy day, fun time together here on this Father's Day Eve this weekend. But we talked about wanting to do this together for a long time. I featured on his show sometime last year, so now he's just returning the favor. So anyway, Daddy, while you're here, you've been a great father to us, and what's some advice out there that you have for fathers who have not just a daughter but sons as well? Like, what's your advice as a parent that you'd give to fathers?
Well, there's so many advices that you can give, but overall, it is for one, you have to be consistent when it comes to rewards and discipline or punishment, as they would say, and you have to maintain a what I would call a united front with your spouse, significant other, whatever other person that you have, partner that you have in that household when it comes to raising children, whether it's a male or female. But at the end of the day, love conquers all, right? So you have to make sure there's love in the household, to help, that's the main thing. But one thing I talked about in my show is that you cannot build anything without a foundation. So, if you don't have a foundation, you don't have a building, you don't have a house. Anything without a foundation or a united front will fall.
I remember yesterday when we were driving out, we were coming back from Buffalo Wild Wings after watching the Boston Celtics and Dallas Mavericks in Game 4. Yeah, in Game 4 of the NBA Finals. But you had spoke about generational wealth and like what it means to you. It's not necessarily about handing down money and letting your children grow into that money, but actually teaching your children like the fundamentals of just how to prosper in life. Can you talk a little bit about that?
Yes. Once again, I'm glad you asked. Now, a lot of people may, look at generational wealth, basically, just like it says, it's generational wealth, right? It's wealth that's passed down from generation to generation. But, the main thing is not just wealth of money, it's wealth of knowledge, right? Because you have to pass down that knowledge. You can have money, but if you don't know how to manage it or maintain it, you will not have money for long. You can have family or household, but if you don't know how to maintain that either, you will not have a family for long. So with that being said, when you have children that don't earn their keep, right, or don't understand what it means to be self-sufficient, now you have what I call my 4 types of people. You have I call it the 1H 3Fs, right? You have your hunter, your farmer, your fisherman, and your freeloader, right? So out of those 4 people, right, 3 of them is guaranteed to be prosperous, guaranteed to be self-sufficient. The other one is waiting for you to get it and have their hand out and for you to pass it down. So if you give a child or a man, a woman a fish, right, they only eat for that day. But if you teach them how to fish or teach them in the way that they should grow, they will not depart from it. So, with that being said, that's the wealth of knowledge that you pass down from generation to generation. Because you can easily give your children money or give it to them, and you put your hard work, sweat in a business, a farm, or building a prosperous business that you passionate about, but your child may not be as passionate as you, and when it comes to your untimely demise, that building or that farm that you were so passionate about will disintegrate because they don't know how to manage it. And at the end of the day, they'll sell your business, and pretty much get the money. And if they're not prudent with the money, they will end up broke. And then your legacy, everything you worked towards for your family will go, down the drain, or as they would say, would go, what's the word I'm looking for? In vain.
Go in vain. Yeah, you always speak with such wisdom, like just between Mimi, Renzo, and I, and just having you as a father. I know Mommy's been there, but like speaking about you specifically and just showing us the ropes, showing us that just the importance of patience and how patience can play a huge factor in your levels of success, along with kindness. I know in a world that's so cruel, those who are equally as cruel have a tendency to excel in life, which doesn't really paint the image that being kind gets you far. But you taught us that kindness can get you very far as well, as long as you don't allow your kindness to be taken advantage of. And so with your message about the generational wealth and me having just 3 children of my own and being able to teach them the importance of that same philosophy has been significant in just their growth. I remember you started training me at the age of 5, taught me how to exercise, just the foundation of what it means to be healthy and what it means to have a healthy body. You taught me the basics of exercising with body weight, push-ups, sit-ups, pull-ups, and running. That was it. That's the foundation I built it on since I was 5. And now here I am 30 years later, still doing the same thing. And now I have my children doing the same thing. Well, I have a 9-year-old doing it. Been training him since he was 5, but I have my 2-year-olds exposed to that lifestyle as well. So I don't want to keep you up. I know you got a long drive back to Atlanta tomorrow. And so I guess I'll ask just a couple more questions before we close it out. But for you, what legacy do you hope to leave? Long after we're all gone and this recording, this episode, or your voice is out there in the world of audio, what legacy are you hoping to leave behind?
Well, when it comes to legacy, it is something that, cannot be, taken. It's something that, when that is tied to you. And, it don't have to actually be, something like wealth, which would be good, for you to leave that for your family, right? But, or business or, but it's also can be something at like, ethics, certain type of the foundation that you have, as a family, right? You leave your, for your family that, okay, for example, I was in the military, right? So some people say, okay, my son's in the military, and my other son's in the military. So to them, that might be y'all got a legacy of military, right? But it's what we did in the military, we all right now, going in the finance room. So, some people say, hey, that might be your legacies is being finances, right? Taking good care of your finance. But the main thing I would like to say is that, if you're not passionate about what you do, then it becomes work, right? So, first and foremost, you gotta be passionate about what you do, enjoy what you do, so when you start building from it, you don't even notice that, that the progress is happening because you're having fun. So you gotta have fun in what you do. But first and foremost, you have to be, you gotta have faith and God, that's where it all starts, so to answer your question, if I had to say I'd like to leave a legacy, it would be, for all my children and their children's children to be successful, self-sufficient, independent, and be prosperous, in life, period. That'll make life a lot easier for everybody else.
That's well said. Every time you speak with such wisdom and such knowledge, and it comes from a place of purity. And we give you your flowers. We talk about how proud we are of you, and how proud we are to just represent you. Yeah, it takes a lot to be a parent, and you've been helping out your wife and your family over there where you live at, your grandchildren and the grandchildren on both sides of the family, and just you have a big heart, a really big heart, and you've been really kind and generous to people. And just today, just to give you all an example of his generosity, we went out go-karting today, and for no reason other than just kindness, he was asking a gentleman, could he take a picture of him? We're out there having a good time together while I'm out here and doing some training, going into a new career field. He came out here to visit me, and we went go-karting. And while we're going go-karting, he asked this gentleman to take a picture of him. He gives him the phone. He took several pictures of him before we went out to go-karting. And then once we pulled back in to park and to get out of the go-kart, he asked the same gentleman if he could take another picture of him. And he did.
And what was remarkable was after it was over, my dad gave him, what was it, a 10, 20? Gave him $10. But the $10 gesture that he did to this guy, the reaction, because I saw the reaction. My dad didn't see the reaction. He gave him the money and then went about his way. But I saw the gentleman's reaction, and he looked dumbfounded. Like he had never received any sort of financial reward for taking pictures of anybody. And his face just told an entire story. My dad, just that small gesture, it's not about money. It's the idea behind why you are giving someone money. He gave this person, just broke him off with something just because he was being kind and respectful. And the gentleman was really appreciative of it. And during that ride, the average rides were 6 minutes for whatever the reason was when we went, and it didn't happen afterwards. But when we went, we rode for I think close to 20 minutes. Yeah, like straight. And so all that to say, to kind of tie back into what I was talking about how this world is a cruel world, and you would imagine that people need to be equally as cruel to get by, but kindness is also powerful as well. And then that kind gesture that my dad did for that gentleman really goes a long way. He won't forget that. And that's the type of generational wealth that he helped teach my brother, sister, and I, the importance of that. And I've been fortunate enough to be in a wonderful relationship where our children have that same philosophy. You never take the kindness for weakness, though. That kindness doesn't equate to the lack of strength. But hey, look, man, I could talk all day. One of the things you said to me when we were in San Francisco, before we left San Francisco, well, before I took you back to Sacramento to fly back to Georgia, you had said this quote, and it still sticks with me to this day. And you said, "Getting ready is not ready. Being prepared is ready." And I played that on repeat. I recorded it, put a whole short video up on YouTube, and I actually put that audio piece on this show. I don't even know what episode it was on, but it's really powerful. But yeah, we just want to say, like, on behalf of Mimi, Renzo, and I, Melissa, the family, Sebastian, Abel, Noah, your grandchildren, CJ, Xavier, Brittany, Joanna, I said Melissa, right? yeah. Just everybody, the family, everyone that you've helped out, your brother, your sister, your other brother, your mom, grandmommy, mommy, Miss Gina. It's just, heck, even what you did for Cheyenne, like when she was 1 and 2 years old, you're a great man, and you certainly deserve your flowers. And it's as of this recording right now, past midnight, is Father's Day. So happy Father's Day, Daddy.
Thank you. Happy Father's Day to you too, and all the fathers out there that's stepping up.
Yes, sir.
Appreciate y'all, man.
Yeah.
And what you do, the mentors, the uncle daddies, the sugar daddies. Nah, I think I went too far.
The sugar daddy. Sugar daddy. And people forget to mention, they don't know you're a comedian. Comedian that boy.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. Yeah, I do a little standing up for every now and then. But definitely, being a father is definitely the toughest job you ever love. But it's a rewarding job, especially when your children, leave the nest and come back, being successful, and just because, to me, respect is one of the key foundations. And one thing I can say is that, all my children, and I'm not talking about the soap opera, but all my children, are very respectful, and that's why, I'm able to do what I do, because, without respect, nobody wants to work with you. Nobody wants to be around you, because here's the thing, a bad attitude, right, is like a flat tire, right? You will get nowhere until you change it. So, with that being said, happy Father's Day to all the fathers. Happy Father's Day to you, son. You're a remarkable man.
Thank you.
And hey, you know, that's what it's supposed to be. Each generation was supposed to do better than the next generation. So I take my hat off to you. Very proud of you and everybody else, and all my children.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Daddy. That's, oh man. Hey, as I'm closing this up, I want to point out one other thing. He and I earlier today, we were playing hold on. we were playing a game of horse this morning at the basketball court, and we just started doing a bunch of crazy shots, and I had been missing shots from the corner that entire practice, but as soon as he started making the shots, I started making it. He's like, "You're not missing anything." So I'm over here just trying to get creative, and I get on my knees like I'm praying, because he was wearing a shirt that said "Faith it till you make it." And so I said, "Hey, you wanna faith it till you make it?" So I got on my knees in the praying position, and I took the ball. But this man, he had this look at his face. He said, "What? What is he? What did you say? What was the comment you said?"
Nah, I say, you know, because they don't know you used to be a mental health counselor, you know, but you decided to change careers. I said, well, you know you're crazy, right? Yeah, that's why you made the wise choice when you changed careers. You know you're crazy, because they're like, we can't have a crazy person trying to counsel us, because you know you're crazy. That was funny. Yeah, he was doing all kind. I said, instead of horse, we should play donkey. How about that? Because all them crazy shots you was trying to make. You know? Yeah, we should have played donkey, and at the end, whoever spelled donkey was gonna go, I'm out.
All right. Hey, thank you all so much. Thank you all so much for taking the time out of your day to tune into the show. Hey, Step Up Dads, live with Osiris. Appreciate you all. Happy Father's Day. Take care, and we'll see you next time.
1, 2, 3, 4. Authors, writers, poets, content creators, musicians, artists, and so many more. If you're a creator, I'm talking to you. Listen up. Osiris Inc. started from nothing. I built it from nothing, and I turned it into an empire. I want to help people who want to discover their dreams and turn it into a reality. You're in for a roller coaster ride today, ladies and gentlemen. Tune in every week throughout the week where I'm dropping episodes, giving you the game, man, giving you knowledge, giving you experience, giving you time for no expense. Zero. Let's go!